Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Tira Vanacharya Munatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanacha Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Pabrikacharya Satara Sadashishi Mother's Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Premsko Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Jai Radha Krishna Gopa Gopana Shamakunda Radha Kundagiri Gaurana Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mayapur Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Gaur Premanandi. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shishi Guru and Garanga Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 70. This is verse number 27. At this point of this chapter, we're hearing from the kings who have been kidnapped by Jarasandha, and they are praying to Krishna. Loke bhavan jagadina kalaya vitirna. Sadrakshanaya kala nigrahanaya chanya. Kaschit tadiya, no, tad quachit, excuse me, kaschit twadiyam atiyatini desham isha. Kim vajana swakritam richati tanna vidma. Loke bhavan jagadina kalaya vitirna. Sadrakshanaya kala nigrahanaya chanya. Kaschit twadiyam atiyatini desham isha. Kim vajana swakritam richati tanna vidma. Loke bhavan jagadina kalaya vatirna. Sadrakshanaya kala nigrahanaya chanya. Kaschit twadiyam atiyatini desham isha. Kim vajana swakritam richati tanna vidma. Loke bhavan jagadina kalaya vatirna. Sadrakshanaya kala nigrahanaya chanya. Kvadiyam atiyatini desham isha. Kim vajana kritamidachati tanna vidma. Loke bhavan jagadina kalaya vatirna. Rakshanaya Kalanigranaya Jitradiya Matiyatini Echadisham Vajana Kritnachitam Ichatina Vidma Loke Bhavan Jaganina Kalaya Vatirna Sadarakshanaya Kala Nigrahanaya Chanya Vajitradiyam Atiyadidesha Isha Kim Vajana Swakritam Richati Tanna Vidma Loke Bhavan Hidam Kalaya Vitirna Sadrakshanaya Kala Nigrahanaya Chanya Vachittariya Matiyati Nideshamisha Kim Vajana Swakritam Richati Tanna Vidma Loke into this world Bhavan you Jagat of the universe Inaha the predominator Kalaya with your expansion Baladev or with your time potency. Avatirna, having descended. Sat, the saintly. Rakshanaya, to protect. Kala, the wicked. Nigranaya, to subdue. Cha, and anyaha, other, kaschit, someone, twadiyam, your, atyati, transgresses, nidesham, the law, isha, O Lord, kimva, or else, janaha, a person, swa, by himself, kritam, created, richati, obtains, tat, that, na vidma, we do not understand. Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. You are the predominating Lord of the universe and have descended into this world with your personal power to protect the saintly and suppress the wicked. We cannot understand, O Lord, how anyone can transgress your law and still continue to enjoy the fruits of his work. Please repeat. You are the predominating Lord of the universe and have descended into this world with your personal power to protect the saintly and suppress the wicked. We cannot understand, O Lord, how anyone can transgress your law and still continue to enjoy the fruits of his work. Purport. Sridhar Swami explains that the kings were bewildered by the suffering that had come upon them. They state here that since the Lord has descended to this world to protect the pious and punish the wicked, how is it that Jarasandha, who brazenly transgressed the order of the Lord, continued to perform his wicked activities, whereas the kings were put into a miserable condition? This is a question that everybody asks since time immemorial. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur similarly states that the kings could not understand how Jarasandha, who had harassed the saintly devotees and nourished the envious, could continue to prosper, whereas the kings were being tormented by the wicked Jarasandha. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada quotes the kings as follows in Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Quote, "My dear Lord, you are the proprietor of all the worlds, and you have incarnated yourself along with your plenary expansion, Lord Balaram. It is said that your appearance in this incarnation is for the purpose of protecting the faithful and destroying the miscreants. Under the circumstances, how is it possible that miscreants like Jarasandha can put us into such deplorable conditions of life against your authority? We are puzzled at the situation and cannot understand how it is possible. It may be that Jarasandha has been deputed to give us such trouble because of our past misdeeds. But we have heard from revealed scriptures that anyone who surrenders unto your lotus feet immediately becomes immune to the reactions of sinful life. We therefore wholeheartedly offer ourselves unto your shelter, and we hope that your Lordship will give us full protection. Om Jnanatimurandasya Gyanan Shalakaya Chakshu Unminitangena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swabadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminityanamani Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharani Nirvasesha Shunyavadi Praschadeshani Vanchakalpa Charubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanevya Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai. A new year, the same Bhagavatam. And the lessons of the Bhagavatam are here. It's interesting. I'm getting all these messages. Everybody keeps sending Happy New Year messages. I wish they would stop. Here we are. The beautiful story. Now, the Bhagavatam is a beautiful, beautiful story. It has its philosophy, has Leela, but here we are hearing the age-old question that that is very hard to understand and can be understood only if we surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's why it seems that wicked people prosper while the pious suffer. The kings here are really wondering that. I mean, there's 20,000 of them. They've been locked up by Jarasandha, who is a demon. I mean, he's a bona fide, attacked Krishna 17 times, defeated every time. And they're wondering how it's possible that this person can actually prosper. Now, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, it's more or less been stated by the purport, but I'm going to read Jiva Goswami, who is the same as Sanatana Goswami, his Tika. And they're saying, you are directly the Lord of the universe, Jagad Ina, and have appeared with your expansion Baladev in this world. By what cause can others, the wicked, who have not been suppressed, disregard your laws? O Lord, even Jarasandha is under your control. He is under the control of karma. We do not know how anyone can surpass your law, and no one does. We learn from Bhagavad Gita these famous verses from the 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, text 7 and 8. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijam yaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. So the first point here. And then the second point is, Paritranaya sadhunam vinaschaya shaduskritam dharma samstar panartaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to reestablish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. So, I mean, it's very clear here, Paritranaya sadhunam, the first thing he's here to deliver the devotees, and vinaschaya shaduskritam, and he's here to annihilate, vinaschaya, to annihilate the miscreants. And that is the process of dharma samstha panartaya, reestablishing dharma. So he's appearing over and over again, and the kings are wondering what's going on. Why is it that Jarasandha is able to flourish and we're suffering? Well, first of all, this is the Srimad Bhagavatam, and it is, in a sense, what we really want to know as a sort of setup by the Lord. I mean, nobody in this Leela, whether they're a demon or a devotee, or everybody's connected to Krishna here. So this is a lesson for us to learn. It's not like Jarasandha is just like your ordinary demon, like some politician in the world today. Jarasandha has a purpose, and that purpose is to show how Krishna protects his devotees and destroys the demons. He's part of the Leela. And I mean, certainly, we know that that's true. Certain people like Shishupal, he's Jai, who is his third birth as a demon in this material world, in order to fulfill the desires of the Lord, to engage in his protection of the pious. We are living in what's called the Shrishti Leela. The Shrishti Leela is the Lord's Leela of mercy. We, the fallen souls, are being delivered by Krishna because he's so merciful. That is our position here. I mean, sometimes people wonder why we're here or how we're here, and I'm not going to get into that. But the point is that we're here, and Krishna is here to deliver us. So the question of karma, and the question of suffering, and the question of who's getting what they deserve. Well, everyone gets what they deserve. Prabhupada speaks in some classes about the nature of karma and how karma is working. And so he speaks in Calcutta in 1974. This is a part of a class on Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, verse number 19. And Prabhupada says that these infections, it is so dangerous, infection. Anyone can understand nowadays, scientific days, that if you infect some disease, or if you are infected by some disease, you have to suffer. You cannot escape. If you infect today somehow or other, not today, not tomorrow, but someday it will come out. It is called kutastha, palonmukha, parabda, papa bij. Papa bij means seed, kutastha. Then it is fructifying, palonmukha. Then you suffer, parabda. This is called parabda karma, infection. So we see an infection today, that's our parabda karma. It's, why we have mental problems, why we have problems with this or that, why we're born poor, born rich, why we have, good eyesight or bad eye. Everything about us today is our prarabdha karma. It is what's happening to us because of our previous sinful activities. And every activity in this material world, whether good or bad by the calculation of the materialists, is all really sinful. Good karma, bad karma, all is karma. I'm really smart. I must have done something in my previous life to get that intelligence. So we can understand it's not actually the way it is, because it's in Krishna book, and we know, or the Bhagavatam, so we know Jarasandha is a special personality. But taking Jarasandha as just a demon who's flourishing, he has some previous pious activities that he's been given this chance to flourish, but he's engaging in sinful activities, so he's going to go down to the hellish worlds. And the words here, Prabhupada uses different terminology. Kutashta and Papa Bija are similar. I mean, I won't get into the details. So the idea is that Papa Bija, that is the seed of sin. It's in everyone's heart. Kutashta, it's like the basis. And that sin then becomes abharabdha karma, or palamukha karma. In other words, it's starting to grow. In the spring, you've got some bulbs in the ground, and they may start growing. You don't even see them, but then you see a little thing popping up. It's a long way until the flower comes, but it's coming. And therefore, that aparabdha karma becomes prarabdha karma, and that prarabdha karma, that is the manifestation of our suffering in this material world. So Prabhupada speaks further. He says, so we are all undergoing prarabdha palam, manifest pala, for our past deeds. So they are very deep-rooted. It is very difficult to uproot them. But there is one process that is recommended. Bhaja Vasudevam. Bhaja. There are many yogis, jnanis. They are trying to get out of the situation, kutastha, palamukha, prarabdha situation of our life. But Srimad Bhagavatam says that the devotees, they can very easily uproot the causes of our material miserable condition of life. Yadpada pankaja palasha vilasa bhaktya. Vilasa means enjoying, and bhaktya means devotees. They are always attached to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it's difficult to get out of this, but the Bhagavatam has the prescription for getting out of this given to us because devotees are very fortunate to be able to take up the devotional service of the Lord. So, from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 22, Prabhupada is referring to this verse, Yad pada pankaja palasa vilasa bhaktya kamashaya grahitam ugratatya yanti santa tadva narikta matayo yatayo pirudha shroto ganastam aranam bhaja Vasudevam. Bhaja Vasudevam. That is, engage in devotional service to Vasudevam. And here this is Canto 4, Chapter 22, verse number 39. Prabhupada refers to this verse in a class when he's speaking about the fact that everyone is stuck in their karmic reactions. These kings are stuck in their karmic reactions. I mean, of course, this is the Krishna story. So but they're like everyone. Oh, we're all complaining, why am I suffering? And he's enjoying. He's a demon and I'm a devotee. How come? Well, both of us, demon and devotee, we're all enjoying or suffering the fruits of our previous activities. The only persons who aren't suffering these fruits, or enjoying these fruits, Prabhupada would say enjoying or suffering, the same thing, are the pure devotees. Akama sarva kamova moksha kama udaradi Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajeta Purusham Param. Whether you're a devotee, whether you're akama, mokshakama, or full of karma desires, worship Krishna. The akama person, the pure devotee who has no desires, who is Atmarama Chamuneo, who's a Muni full of actual Krishna consciousness, they're not suffering. Prabhupada's not suffering. Prabhupada may have exhibited certain sufferings, so-called sufferings of this material world, but this is not the same as us. So all of us, we're all suffering or enjoying, whether we're a devotee or a demon. And the verse here basically says this. The devotees who are always engaged in the service of the toes of the lotus feet of the Lord can very easily overcome hard-knotted desires for fruitive activities. Because this is very difficult, the non-devotees, the jnanis and yogis, although trying to stop the waves of sense gratification, cannot do so. Therefore, you are advised to engage in the devotional service of Krishna, the son of Vasudeva. So, the idea is that we ultimately can only become free from material desires and suffering if we engage in the service of the Lord. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janat Yasyashu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Yad Ahoitikam. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from this world. No one else is getting this. No one. Some people think they want it, and they may try for it, and they're the advanced yogis or jnanis. But the average person, the Jarasandas of this world, just want to try to enjoy. And they try to somehow enjoy and make adjustments so they don't suffer. Those who are really in ignorance, those who don't even understand that there's God, or that they don't understand how we've lived eternally in this world, suffering birth after birth, they really try to just squeeze in the enjoyment in this life, and then, hey, I'm just going to be dead. Or they may have some sort of religious belief that somehow or other, if they've enjoyed in a way which is not too bad, they may go to, quote, heaven. But the point being is that they're not trying to become free from their material attachments. In fact, they're trying to grow their material attachments, because that is their source of enjoyment. But for the devotees, we don't see it that way. And Prabhupada, he speaks in another class about how devotees ultimately become happy. This is a class. This is one of the famous classes that Prabhupada gave at the Radha Damodar Temple in Vrindavan in Kartik of 1972. In Kartik of 1972, at the Radha Damodar Temple, he gave a class in the morning and a class in the evening. His morning classes were Srimad Bhagavatam classes, and his evening classes were Nectar of Devotion. So this is from an evening class, Nectar of Devotion, and Prabhupada again will be speaking about the nature of karma. Kutastha bija. Okay, Kutastha bija, this is the Papa Bij. This is our innate desire to commit sinful activities. And sinful activities are those activities not related to serving Krishna. Even so-called pious activities would fall under this Kutastha Bij. Prabdha, like that. These are our effects, just like we can understand in the modern world, just like if you infect some disease, it becomes immediately Kutastha. Kutastha means stocked. It's our stock of sins. In due course of time, it will come out, manifest. Similarly, we are acting so many sinful activities. Sometimes they complain that this man is committing so many sinful activities. But he's happy. but he's actually enjoying the effects of his past something pious. Now he's happy, but that effect of the impious activities, that is in stock. It will come out in due course of time. That is called kutastha. Kutastha palamukha pradabdha. These are the Sanskrit language, and continuing the same class. Because it is assured by Krishna, aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha yishyami. We know this verse, 1866. Guarantees that if we surrender unto him, he'll protect us from sinful activities. It is not imagination. If we believe in the words of Krishna, then there is no question of denying this fact that Krishna will protect us from sinful reactions. No question, Prabhupada says, of denying this fact. Krishna personally says, aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha sarva papebhyo. All sinful activities will protect us. The kutastha, palamukha, pradabdha, everything, it becomes immediately nullified simply by this process, by surrendering. By surrendering. And what is that surrender? Prabhupada gives us what that surrender is. Krishna, I was mistaken. I forgot your mastership. You are my eternal Lord. So I was bewildered. I was wandering. Now I have come to my senses. I surrender unto you sincerely. Please accept me. This very thing will give you immediately protection from all sinful activities. This attitude of please protect me, I really blew it. I'm here. I'm sinful. But again, this is like sometimes Christians talk about coming to Jesus, but they don't follow through. There's no follow through. I mean, they're at some kind of big, revival, and the preacher says something that really strikes home, and they go, yes, they have what they call the come to Jesus moment. They may come to Jesus, but then they go back to whatever. But we have to come to Krishna and stay with Krishna. How do we do that? How do we come to Krishna and say, well, Prabhupada also writes in purports to this section where Lord Brahma is going to the milk ocean and praying for the demigods about trying to relieve the burden of the earth. And so he speaks about how it is to them that Krishna will come. And he says here, Lord Brahma informed the demigods, before we submitted our petition to the Lord, he was already aware of the distress on earth. Krishna already knows. Consequently, but he wants us to surrender. That's the point. Consequently, for as long as the Lord moves on earth, to diminish its burden by his own potency in the form of time, all you demigods should appear through your plenary portions as sons and grandsons in the family of the Yadus. In other words, demigods, Krishna is going to protect you. Now it's your role to be part of the whole scene and of the whole pastime of Krishna protecting the, eliminating the demons like Jarasandha, like Duryodhana, etc. So many demons being eliminated from Vrindavan right through the battle of Kurukshetra. And he's protecting all the devotees, exemplified by the Pandavas. And so Prabhupada says, and he gives the clue here, when such disturbances, like we see in the Bhagavatam, in the Mahabharata, when such disturbances are very prominent, Krishna appears. And then he says, at present also, various demoniac states all over the world are increasing their military power in many ways. And the whole situation has become distressful. This is written in the 1970s. And same thing today. No difference. Therefore, Krishna has appeared by his name, the Hare Krishna movement, which will certainly diminish the burden of the world. Philosophers, religionists, and people in general must take to this movement very seriously, for man-made plans and devices will not help bring peace on earth. The transcendental sound, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is not different from the person Krishna. So by hearing the holy name, everyone is purified. And by giving this Harinam, or giving these books which teach about Krishna, or giving persons a chance to taste prasadam, this is the only way to break the cycle of karma. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Either people will be stuck in the idea of some sort of ritualistic activity to try to go to heaven, or they will think that they can become one with God through some sort of mechanical yoga process, or they will think they're great because they can levitate or something like that. You know, there's one school of so-called transcendentalists that after you learn to chant the mantra, you can also go to their college and learn to levitate. And there are pictures of people like levitating 6 inches off their seat. It's a long way from going back to Godhead. But we know that these other people, they're just engaged in activities which will ultimately bear no fruit. The only fruit that we will taste that is transcendental can be tasted through the process of Krishna consciousness. And the process of Krishna consciousness is linked to the fact that there is no difference between the sound Hare Krishna and the person Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Happy New Year, Hare Krishna, and let's keep chanting and praying to Krishna to be able to deliver the world from this miserable condition of Kali Yuga. Haribo. Hare Krishna. I don't think there's any time. Haribo. Haribo Maharaj.
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Nandar Agom Vidamaniya Vishesha Shobha Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam pasyanti panti kayanti Jiram naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adi Purusham Amaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Amaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham.
Hare Krishna. It's out of tune. There we go. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Sangha Mundai. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gurvani Vichar Nege Nivasesha Shunyavani Pasachate Zatarane. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Navayativina. Shri Krishna Nirana Purnachamana Jidreta Radha Sivasari Naratirina. Namaste Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Naratirina. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare, Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya. Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jayat Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Nayad Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Paramahansa all siddhas in the Shiva. His divine grace of Ayachanana Bhaktivedanta Om Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Founder Acharya Prabhupada Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi Namacharya
Chaitodarpanam Arjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam. Beautiful. Anandam Bhunivaranam Pratipanam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrapita Niyamita Smarane Nakala Etadrishi Tavakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrishami Hajjani Nanuraga Trinadapi Sunichena Charorapi Suhishuna Amani Namana Dena Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadanam Najanam Sundarim Kavitam Va Jagadisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhaktir Hoita Kitwai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripayata Vabada Pankaja Stita Duli Sadrushim Vachintaya Nayanam Galadushu Daraya Vadaram Gadgaduradaya Gira Pulakarnishitam Vapukada Tavanamagrahane Bhavishyati Yugayatam Namishena Chakshusha Bravashayatam Shunayatam Jagat Sarvam Govindam Virahename Ashlishava Padamritam Anastrumam Adarshanam Marmahata Karotuva Yatatatava Vidadatu Lampatam Mat Prananatastusa Eva Napara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings. Thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names you've invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I'm so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than a straw on the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I want beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O Son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me on one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Oh, my Lord, when will my eyes be